Hi, Mountaineers. How many times have you found yourself staring at a test score, wondering what went wrong? I've been there, and I'm sure you have too. To be successful in college, you must have an intentional study plan that targets the type of learner that you are. And each person learns differently, whether that be writing out definitions to commit them to memory or practicing a formula over and over. I must commit to a routine to learn. My favorite study tips include being timely, listening actively, and giving yourself grace. Everyone learns differently, but I found that homing in on your learning type is the best strategy. For me, that included having a good schedule that does not include studying the night before the test. One thing I have learned throughout my college career is that studying is a lot easier if you pay attention thoroughly in class. We've all had that one class that is so hard to keep up with, and we say that we will learn the material at home. But I have to advise you to try and listen to the professor instead of zoning out. By listening actively and taking good notes, the information is at least already integrated into your mind to some degree. Instead of having to teach yourself all of the material the week of the test, you can simply review your notes. While listening in class is a step in the right direction, you still have to put in the work. I have a thorough love for procrastination, but putting off studying rather than studying material as it accumulates is not a good idea for someone who learns the way that I do. My favorite study tip is to create a schedule of what to read or study every day and stick to it. Most classes have assigned readings, so I will take notes on whatever is assigned that day and then put all of that information in a Quizlet or flashcards to prevent cramming when an exam comes around. I think that this study tip is universal to all types of learning because cramming before an exam is not only ineffective for most, it puts a lot of stress on your mental health and your physical health if you pull an all nighter, as I have regrettably done many times. This brings me to my final tip, which is giving yourself grace. College is a very important time for most people, and not only for your education, but for your growth as a person. Part of getting an education requires you to learn how to take care of yourself and your needs whenever you're faced with stress, which can be a daunting task. Exams are a very important part of college, and while it is true that some can make or break you, at the end of the day, you have to remember that you are only human. Exams will go badly in your college career. It is the inevitable. I'm merely a sophomore, and I've already had multiple bad testing days. The important thing to remember is that you can ask your professor for help at office hours and try harder for the next exam, but you cannot repair the damage that you do to yourself by being too harsh. I myself have always pushed to be a straight A student, and the idea of losing that status is hard to bear. But if getting 8 hours of sleep before an exam and being at peace with my hard work is the difference between an A and a B, I would take the B every single time. At the end of the day, studying looks different for everyone. While these tips keep me on track, there may be others that work for you. My best advice is to try new things and find out what works best for you.